We just found out how close we actually came to getting a Star Trek movie from director Noah Hawley, and it was basically ready to go before the studio vaporized it. So remember the Kelvin timeline rebooted everything in 2009. Star Trek Beyond then dropped in 2016, and then radio silence. 9 years of nothing on the big screen. Paramount couldn't quite figure out what they wanted to do with the franchise, and while we all thought they were asleep at the warp drive, Noah Hawley was building a brand new Star Trek film. He had a script written, stages were being booked, things were happening, and then the studio killed it. Hawley talked about the whole thing on the Smartless podcast, saying, I signed on, after Lucy in the Sky, and when thinking about what project he wanted to do next, he said, it's all franchises. And I thought, yeah, but everything's war. Star Wars is war, and Marvel is war. But Star Trek isn't war. Star Trek is exploration, right? It's people solving problems by being smarter than the other guy. He even pointed to a classic moment from The Wrath of Khan as the vibe that he was looking for. He said the best moment from Star Trek is Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, where Shatner puts on his reading glasses and lowers the shields on the other ship. It costs like 45 cents, right? But it's like, you see? Oh, he's smarter than Khan. Paramount loved his pitch and told him to prep it. Hawley said, and so I went in, I talked to Paramount, I sold them this original idea. It wasn't Chris Pine, it wasn't anything. I wrote it, they said, we love it, let's prep it. I was going to move to Australia, we were booking stages, but then executives changed. And Hawley explained the first thing they did was kill the original Star Trek movie because they said, well, how do we know people are going to like it? Like, shouldn't we do a transition movie from Chris Pine's cast? Play it safe, whatever. And so it kind of went away. You gotta love the stupidity of studio executives. Then the safe option never happened. Nothing with Pine's cast moved forward. Now there's another Star Trek movie in early development with the guys who made the Dungeons and Dragons movie. And that isn't tied to anything that came before. Hawley still loves the idea and even said, I talked to David Ellison recently and I was like, you still haven't made a Star Trek movie. I'm just saying it's there. I love it. Now that David Ellison and Skydance are running Paramount, there's a small window where this project could come back to life. Maybe one day Hawley will actually get to make a Star Trek movie and we'll all be able to enjoy it. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm Joey with Geek Tyrant. Thanks for watching.